Right, all welcome to John's Bomber Making. Today it's Lancaster Bomber Day. There we go, 115 to 118. Well, I've been looking forward to this. I was surprised it turned up so early. It's a Sunday, by the way, here. Just in case I put the video out on, it should be going out Monday this, but it might be going out Tuesday, you just never know. Anyway, 115, yeah, we get, there we go. That's the lower part of the starboard wing. I think it goes up to about here. Yeah, we get another part from here to the fuselage later on, but we have got the wings to fit, not wings, the lights to fit at the end. We'll also need the turret, this turret from 113, because we've got another one of them to put together. We also get the upper part, which is all metal, all die cast. Looks brilliant, but surprisingly there's only one decal, which I was surprised at. I mean, they're usually pretty good, these decals anyway, so not like you get with an Airfix or a Vel kit where they're very flimsy and easily broken if you're not careful. These are quite, I would imagine this is going to be thick. It looks as thick as the ones that I had for the Mitsubishi Zero, but once you apply it, just use a cotton bud, keep rubbing it, get all the air bubbles out, and you'll see that any detail that's underneath will pop through. But we'll do that later anyway. Give us your thoughts about this month's parts, what you've received and how you've got on with it, and yeah, we can always have a discussion where that is concerned. But anyway, for now, let's start with stage 115. So without further ado, let's get on with the build. Okay, here we have stage 115. Let's have a look at the mag. Starboard wing, the lower part of the starboard wing fuselage and navigation lights are fitted to the model. So our starboard wing fuselage lower, replacement circuit board. Looks like there's a couple of switches on there as well, but we'll have a look at that. EP and FM screws. So there we go, 9 EP screws, pop that in place, and then we have these. Yeah, oh, we got these earlier, didn't we? Yeah, we'll fit the navigation lights on. Yeah, put the LEDs in place. I think they'll be just push fits because they look it. Yeah, do not use any glue. No, we just fog them up, make a mess of them, and they'll get clumped with the upper part of the wing anyway. And then we got these little details as well to fit from 113. Fit two wing, they're just wing details basically. Then replace the PCB, yeah, with a new one. I'll have a look at that because it does look like there's a couple of switches in there. Interesting. There we go. That is it. And then in the magazine, Glider Pilot Regiment, inspired by German born assault gliders adopted by the British, and the Glider Pilot Regiment was established to fly them. Brilliant read. And then your next set of parts, upper starboard wing fuselage and roundel detail. There we go, excellent. Now the parts, let's get on with the build. Okay, well, let's get the parts out. No packaging. Oh, there we go. That PCB does have a couple of switches on it. There we go. We'll fit that a little later. Put that to one side. We need the FM screws. Right, we need the EP screws, and we need this piece. Woohoo! What can I do? That will go here. Let's see if I can hold that up while it's getting it into place. There we go. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. Didn't take long to get that in place. Flip that over, and we got the 9 EP screws to pop in place. Okay, so we got 9 EP screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I missed one. There's one. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I suppose it matters which one we start with. Yeah, okay, there we go, that's brilliant that. It's lined up nicely all the way around. Yeah, all that detail around the engine bays there and around here. That looks absolutely excellent. Yeah, looking cool. Loving it. Right, we need these pieces now, the lenses. Okay, now we've got the navigation lights, or lenses. We need these two pieces, 113E and 113F. That will pop into there. And now you can pop in the light itself. And then this will situate itself just here. Two pegs. Yep. Yeah, looks like that is going to be a tough fit. I'm just going to shave the edges of these off because you can see where it's not going on. Okay, okay. There we go. Quite a toughie, that one. Yeah, excellent. Right, just get that LED corrected. There we go. Sort that out afterwards. But then again, it's in. That was a toughie. Right, these two are 113H, 113G go like that, and they obviously fit, well, the LED fits in there like so, and these two fit onto here. I think I need to bend this. So we'll bend that and get this in place. Get that like that. Make sure you get the right way around. Right way around. There we go. Let's see if these are any different. I know that one's going in alright. This one again. Yeah, a bit of a tough fit, that one. Right. Let's see, try something else. Okay, managed to get our first part in place. Yeah, just popped a little bit of oil on the two pegs. There we go, they're 3-in-1 oil, and that one's gone on perfect. That one was the easy one. Well, there we go. So yeah, shaved them 2 points down, or 2 pegs down initially, and on these two I put a little bit of 3-in-1 oil, and it's gone on perfect. So there we go, that's the navigation lights in place. There we go, that's one of the navigation lights working fine. And there's the other one. Looking cool, excellent. So next step, we need 113J, which are these two, and 113K, which is that one. These are the fine details, and then we'll go here, here, and here. So we can start off with 113K, that will go just there, like that. But we need to glue that in place. There we go, that's 113K. These are 113J. So these need gluing in place as well. A little bit of brush on glue. Not a fantastic lot. There we go. And just this last one as well. There we go. That's all three in place. All we need to do now is replace the PCB. Z4 to Z4, there we go, and then Z3 to Z3. There we go, screw it back up. There we go. Just make sure the plugs are in, which they are. But you can see the only difference is them two switches, them two slider switches. There we go, that's a close-up. Anyway, that is stage 115 completed. Okay, now we have stage 116. We have the starboard wing fuselage. There we go, roundel decal is positioned on the upper panel of the wing fuselage. There we go. Put that in place. Now, previously, on other builds, they usually put markings on so you can get it exactly as it should be. Not looking at that, it doesn't look like they have. And then we have roundels, early markings. Another excellent read. And the Tupolev SB2. Yeah. Bit slow in its day, but never mind. And then targets for Bomber Command, the best known example of innovative World War II technology is the bouncing bomb. Of course it is. Excellent read as always. Pin them on the Firestone. Excellent. Your next set of parts, turret and turret roof, tower, details for the starboard wing panel and fuselage panels. Excellent stuff. Here we have the parts. Let's get on with the build. Okay, let's have a look. Nicely packaged. One roundel. There we go. That's what she looks like. Walk forward of this line. Walk here, and then they all end there. And this roundel is supposed to go around about here, I think. Yeah. Right, we'll need to get some water. There we go. Just thought I'd test fit it, see what it looks like. Obviously I've not pushed it right in, but yeah, everything is hunky-dory with it. Brilliant. Right, let's get the roundel in place. There we go. Soak it in water for a minute. Okay, let's fish it out. There we go. Shake that off. This should come off quite easy. There we go. Move it forward. I think that's not bad at all, that. All I need to do now is dry it off, get rid of all the air bubbles inside with the cotton bud. Just keep rubbing away. I think that's more or less right, is it not? There we go. You keep rubbing along the decal and you'll see the detail come through. All the panel lines, yeah, rivets. There they are starting to come through. There we go. You can see all the detail, the rivets, the panel lines coming through on that decal. It's brilliant. Excellent stuff. Right, that's stage 116. Let's move on to stage 117. Okay, we have stage 117. Let's have a look at the mag. We have turret and other parts. Right, turret roof tower. Detail for starboard wing 17D EF and 117G is starboard wing panel. And then we have 3 fuselage panels. Okie dokie. Well, we know where them go. All we do is put the turret and we keep all them parts for later. And then we have in the mag aspects of the Battle of Britain. Another excellent read, and the RAF on D-Day. Fantastic. And your next set of parts, dam towers, roof and engine cowling. There we go, for the parts. Let's get on with the build. Okay, let's get the parts out. There we go, those are the parts. All we need to do is put the 2 parts of the turret together. You know, a push fit. There we go. That is it. There's the other one from number 13. Pop them to one side. Here are the other parts. Yeah, nice detailing on there. And these are the fuselage panels. You can see where one goes. Now that piece should go onto the wing. Let me just get this right. Yeah, we'll go there like that eventually, but obviously we need to connect everything else yet. All these cables, yes. There we go, looking like that. That'll look great. You can see where the other parts go along there and there and there. Well, that looks pretty cool, that, does it not? Yeah, that shots nicely. Brilliant stuff. Let's move on to stage 118. Okay, now stage 118, dam, towers and roof. So we have towers, roof and engine cowling. 118C. Well, all we do is put them 2 turrets on there. That's it, completed work. Turrets are being fitted on the top of the towers. The roof and engine cowling will be fitted in future issues. And in the mag, defence on the ground. And there's Winnie, the summer of 1940. Britain's air defence radar system. Another excellent read. Thin magazine this month, this one. Your next set of parts, section of dam wall assembly plates and the screws. I think them, well, I'm hoping that the dam is finished by them. I'm not sure if it is, but anyway. They're the parts. Let's get on with the build. Okay, we'll get the parts out. There we go, those are the parts. That looks cool. This is metal. That's cool. It's the engine cowling. Brilliant. R1. Right, pop that to one side with the roof. Right, and just put these turrets in place. Yeah, it doesn't matter which one we use, they're both the same. So that one can go there, and That one can go there. There we go, that's how we do with stage 118. We'll fit all these later. Well, that looks brilliant, that. Fantastic. Metal. Excellent. So there we go, folks. That's stages 115 to 118. That is everything we've received this month. There we go. Roundel's looking brilliant. Drying nicely. Lovely jubbly. There we go. There's the top of that wing. Looking beautiful, that. Yeah, has an R on it as well at the back. That looks absolutely fantastic, that. Yeah, the roundel. Yeah, the decal. Yeah, it looks great. You can see the all the rivets and panel lines come through. That's brilliant, that. Yep, love it. Yep, excellent. Better than the Spitfire. They have the wall lines all the way through the decal, the roundel. Yeah. You know, anyway. Learn from your mistakes, don't they? There we go. There's the turrets. Engine cowling looks pretty neat as well. That has an R1 on it. Yeah. And there's the other pieces. And obviously the fuselage panels that will pop in later. Yeah, I don't know why we can't do them now, but anyway, we'll wait and see. You never know, they might have something else up the sleeves. But anyway, that is it for the Lancaster this month. Really enjoyed that, I must admit. Yeah, getting the wing on the getting the lower starboard wing. There we go. I'll put the other piece on there as well. You can see where that goes. Yeah, that looks absolutely fandabidozy. Excellent stuff. Yeah, I just got to store it now. 3 more months and then it's finished, this, guys. Excellent. Let us know in the comments what you think about this month's parts. I think it's been brilliant. But anyway, I always say that, don't I? Always positive. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and watching. Yeah, thanks for tuning in and watching. Stay safe and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.